Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Colorado Rockies rebuild franchise here on MLB The Show 24. In the last episode, we took care of business on opening day here in year 3 as we defeated the Arizona Diamondbacks 8-4 behind a 3-for-3 effort from Nolan Jones as he went single, double, triple, just a home run short of the cycle, whereas Pete Alonso, Tovar, and Yanquiel Fernandez each went yard. Max Fried gave us 6 2/3, 3 earned with 6 strikeouts. Gregory Soto, an inning of work, got the hold, and Scott Barlow, despite giving up a home run, got home with the save. So 1-0 on this season, but to start this episode, we're actually going to look at the top prospects in all of baseball, which is headlined by Tom Park, a second baseman starting off in single A, a draft pick last year. He was rated as like the 140th best prospect, but after scouting, I think we had him as a top 10 guy, and he debuts as the top prospect in all of baseball. A potential at 56 overall. Very good fielder already at 76 with good speed and stealing, although the bat does need a lot of work, but only 18 years old, very high ceiling. I think he came in at a 98 potential. At number 2, we have 2 second basemen atop the MLB top prospects. This time, David Castilla. We got him with our second pick, 21 years old at a potential 66 overall. Not a good fielder, but a very good contact hitter, maybe a potential batting champion down the line with that vision, discipline, and clutch all there in the low to mid 60s as well. Going down the board here, Alexis Pedroza, a draft pick from last year's draft, number 3 from the Padres. Roberto Escalera, the top pitcher on the board here for the Pirates. Max Clark, a couple guys here for the Marlins. Wes Connor, an A potential pitcher, and then Noble Meyer. So 2 very good pitching prospects for the Marlins there in the top 10. Raleigh Donovan was the top closer in last year's draft, a 69 overall at just 19 years old there for the Rays. And we'll kind of go down the board. Steve Delve, number 15. He was actually the number 1 overall pick. So we look at his stats. He's going to open in AAA with 70 power versus lefties. Very good fielder with good speed and stealing as well. When we're Rockies, then we get Adiel Amador. So he's been in the top 25 pretty much throughout this series. Back-to-back Futures Game MVPs. We got those in player lock games with him. Go back and watch those episodes. Very good fielder. You love the switch hitting. And an A potential at 68 overall, 22 years old. So he's not too far away from the MLB level, but want him to come around a little bit more with the bat. And then here's Alex Parra at 28. Very good hitter already. We got him at 7th overall in last year's draft when he was actually rated the second best player in the class. So fell down the board a little bit to our delight. Not a good fielder, so probably a long-term DH type guy unless we can get his fielding up there at the hot corner, but very strong arm. And that 70 contact versus lefties with 72 power versus lefties is going to be absurd. B potential, 70 overall, just 19 years old, and he'll start off in AAA. Then we have Luis Castro, a late round pick. I think he was our 5th or 6th round pick in this last year's draft, and he's going to debut at number 30 on the board. So 3 of our 6 or 7 draft picks in the top 30 prospects in all of baseball. Good speed, good stealing. The glove, not that great, but you like that. He's a lefty bat, decent power already against righties. Michael Yamashita, our top pitcher in our organization, at 68 overall B potential, and we got him at number 3 overall in our year 1 MLB draft. Only 47 control, but you like the walks per 9, the home runs per 9, not bad either. And that 68 velocity, but 90 break, and he has a 5-pitch mix. Very good year last year in AA. Was called up to AAA towards the later part of the year, and I think still pitched well there. Jose Vera, another pitcher from that year 1 MLB draft, and he has a very high ceiling at just 61 overall, 20 years old, B potential. Rudy Smith, another pitcher. We went like 5 pitchers or 6 pitchers in that year 1 draft, and 3 or 4 of them ended up having very high potential. Rudy Smith, one of those guys. A potential at 61 overall, 22 years old. Good stamina, good velocity, but otherwise very raw and has a lot of work to do. But pitched well last year when called up to AA, and that's where he's going to start the year. Then we get to Ken Hughes, who's going to open as our closer this year. We acquired him straight up for Brenton Doyle last year. He worked all the way up from single A all the way to the MLB level, and you'll see here we made him our closer for September call-ups. He went 7 for 7, only 2 hits allowed, 1 walk allowed with 13 strikeouts, a 0 ERA, a whip under .5, and he was absolutely dominant, and we're really hoping he can kind of establish himself as our closer of the future and keep that success going. Juan Ayala was our 2nd round pick in our year 1 draft. Another one of those very talented pitchers we have in the farm system. 89 velocity with 80 break. Just very good stuff overall. Herb Lopez, another pitcher from that draft. We've drafted very, very well over the past 2 seasons to start this franchise. And Lopez, another guy with tremendous stuff at 83 velocity, 84 break with a 5-pitch mix. And he's a southpaw as well. And now we get another guy in here. Jordan Quinones, a left-hander out of the bullpen. We got him from the Cardinals last year in that Cal Quantrill trade. And the Cardinals would actually go on to win the World Series. So we have a bunch of guys here in the top 100, the top 50, I think maybe 5 in the top 30. So our farm system, one of the best in all of baseball, and we even have the top 2 prospects to boot. But with that, we'll get into some simulating as we did win opening day. As I mentioned, we'll have Aaron Civale against Nestor Cortez, each of these pitchers making their first start for their respective teams. Cortez, a strong performance so far here in a 1-1 game. Brendan Rodgers looking to keep a 13-game hitting streak alive. We'll sim to the end. And we do end up winning 5-2. We score 4 there in the 8th and 9th. Combined is Luis Robert, another hit. Nolan Jones 2 for 5. Pete Alonso 3 for 4. And then Ezequiel Tovar went 2 for 3. Nick Senzel 1 for 3 in his Rockies debut with a double. Aaron Civale 8 strong innings, just 1 earned, 7 strikeouts. And Ken Hughes records 1 out to get the save as the Rockies start off 2-0 for the season. And that's what we like to see, a sweep there in a 2-game set. As now we'll sim ahead. We have a 4-game set here against the Dodgers, which is a home series. So this is actually the first game for the Dodgers. They'll have Shohei Ohtani on the bump against Kyle Freeland. Bruce Dar Gratterall on, and Rodgers does have a 14-game hitting streak now. We are down 7-3, and that is going to be the final score. We will check in to see if Rodgers was able to extend his hitting streak, which he was not. Luis Robert Jr. homers for the first time as a member of the Rockies. Alonso also had a home run. 4 earned there from Freeland, not a good outing. Soto gave up 2, and Taj Bradley 3 innings, only 1 earned in a long relief spot. Now, Yoshinobu Yamamoto on against Jack Flaherty. And we dropped 2 in a row here against the Dodgers, who had over 110 wins last year, and they've been just a powerhouse throughout this franchise. So you can't get too discouraged. 2 hits for Jones and Alonso there in the 2 and 3 spots. McMahon 2 hits. Yanquiel Fernandez a home run, his 2nd of the year. Not a good outing from Flaherty, 5 earned. Didn't even last 5 innings. Taj Bradley, another good outing. 4 strikeouts on 5 recorded outs, just 1 hit allowed. TJ Antone 3 strikeouts in his debut for the Rockies. Gilbreth gave up a 1 earned, and Soto a good bounce back there. No earned runs in 1 inning of work. So here we'll try to avoid a 3-game losing streak. We are down here 5-3. And we'll just go ahead and enter this game. We're 2-2 on the year. Brendan Rodgers up to the plate here against AJ Minter, I think newly signed to the Dodgers, someone we considered in the past offseason. But Rodgers 2 for 3 in this game. 5 for 18 on the year. The tying run is on there at first base. 2 away here in the bottom of the 8th. Swing and a miss there. A good cutter from AJ Minter. As we see Evan Phillips warming up there in the pen. One of the top closers in all of baseball. The 0-1 count here to Rodgers. Now an inside, a good eye there from Brendan Rodgers. And now the 1-1. Swing and a miss there from Rodgers. Good high fastball inside there from Minter. And now the 1-2. And it's going to be a ground ball up the middle to short. They get 1, and they do get 2. A soft ground ball up the middle, closed off there by Betts at short for the 6-4-3 double play. The Rockies were threatening, but AJ Minter, a good job to get out of it as the Dodgers still lead by 2 heading into the 9th. And we will just simulate the rest of the game. We're going to try and rally there in that good spot we had, but we do fall 5-3. We'll take a look at the box score. Tyler Glasnow, the player of the game. 2 hits for Alonso, 2 for Rodgers and Fernandez. As Fernandez hits his 3rd home run of the season, Robert gets his 2nd. Peter Lambert, 2 earned, 5 innings of work in his first start of the year. And then Bradley Gilbreth and Justin Lawrence each gave up 1 run. TJ Antone a scoreless inning of work, though. So we've now dropped 3 in a row against the Dodgers, as we'll try to avoid the sweep here. In a 4-game set, we'll have Max Fried on against Bobby Miller. And it's a 1-1 game here in the bottom of the 8th. Santander an 11-game hitting streak on the line. As we do fall again, so after a 2-0 start to the year, we dropped 4 in a row to the Los Angeles Dodgers. As I said, a very good team. Nolan Jones a home run. Tovar was 3 for 4. 2 hits for Sterling Thompson and Nolan Jones. Max Fried, 7 very strong innings, just 1 earned run. But Justin Lawrence, 2 earned, and he'll take the loss. We'll keep simming along here. Aaron Civale, a very good start in his first outing. Got the win against the D-backs as we have a set here against Milwaukee. And Civale, another very good start. 2 hits for Robert. He had a home run, 2 for Alonso. A hit from Fernandez and Thompson. Civale, 5 innings, just 1 earned. And then 4 scoreless innings out of the bullpen. Antone, Barlow, each with a strikeout. John Curtis, and then Ken Hughes gets his second save as the Rockies rebound following a 4-game skid. And we'll simulate this last game of the month here in March and maybe get some gameplay in very shortly here. So Framber Valdez, someone we considered in the offseason, but it looks like he was shelled in his first start. Only 1 2/3, 1 strikeout, and a 27 ERA. He'll be on against Kyle Freeland. It's a 2-1 game here in the bottom of the 8th. And why not? We'll go ahead and enter another late game situation here. Down 1 run against the Brewers with Pete Alonso up to the plate. Ryan Baruchi on the mound. A 2-1 game here. Runner on first. That's Nolan Jones there. Pete Alonso 0 for 3 in this game. We homered with him on opening day. Swing and a miss there at the sinker. And going back to last episode, opening day, we went 2 for 3 with Pete Alonso, a home run, a double, and 4 RBIs. Let's see if we can work some magic here in this at-bat. And that curveball I thought we were going to get a good hold of, but we did get underneath it a bit as it's fouled off. Now a quick 0-2 hole here for Alonso. And that's grounded to short. Another double play ball here in these live gameplay situations. And it is not working to our favor. Another 6-4-3 there as now 2 away and a late threat here from the Rockies kind of supplanted by that one. Now Anthony Santander up. Looks at a circle change down there towards the dirt. A 1-0 count. And we're going to swing at that one. A bloop there to left field. Late reaction from the left fielder, although he does catch up to it. That's Christian Yelich out there. And the Brewers still do lead 2-1. And now we do get another key moment here in the bottom of the 9th. Still a 2-1 game with Ryan McMahon up against Joel Payamps. And we'll try and see if we can avoid a double play ball again here. McMahon, a bad swing on that first pitch changeup. And there is 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th. Winning run at bat. Swing and a miss on a slider. Now it's an 0-2 count. And a swing and a miss from McMahon goes down on 3 pitches. And we're really not doing our team any favors here as we're jumping into these live situations here. Now, Ezequiel Tovar up 1 for 3. And I was considering going with a pinch hitter here. But we'll just let Tovar try and get the job done. Batting .346 in the early phases of the year. And a good pitch there by Payamps gets in there for a strike. Now 0-1. That one way up there. Fastball misses, a 1-1 count. Back-to-back sliders will skip ahead here. Now it's 2-2 count to Tovar down to our last strike. That one misses low. And now a full count. And Nick Senzel there on first will be in motion. Something into the gap could tie the game. And that one does miss. So the tying run now in scoring position as Tovar works a walk. And that will bring up Danny Jansen, who has started the year 1 for 19. Batting .053. Certainly want to deliver in a spot like this. Tying run on second. Swing and a miss there on the inside slider. Good timing, just didn't get the PCI in the good spot. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss as that slider just cut right off the plate. Very good placement from Payamps. Now down to our last strike again. And we swing through another slider. I thought we were going to make contact on that. And we fall here 2-1 with the tying run. We strain the tying run on second. The winning run on first as we drop this one to the Brewers. A poor effort on our part in both live situations here. And we got to get better. Tough loss there, but we do have a rubber match now against the Brewers. Ranger Suarez, who was acquired in the offseason, on the mound against Jack Flaherty, who is desperate for a little bounce back after his first start of the year. And we do take that one 7-3, so we do get back in the win column. Brendan Rodgers leading it off in this one, 1 for 4 at the top of the lineup. 2 hits for Jones and Robert Jr., each of which had a home run. Pete Alonso also homered in this game. Sterling Thompson 1 for 3 there at the bottom of the lineup. Flaherty went 6 innings, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts. Decent showing from him. Lucas Gilbreth, a scoreless inning, and Scott Barlow, 2 scoreless innings, his second save of the year. We added 3 more there in the bottom of the 8th. He was on there for the setup, but I guess we just ended up keeping him in for the save. So at this point, we're actually going to jump into a player lock game with David Castilla, as we talked about him earlier, the number 2 prospect in all of baseball. Almost did a quick management want player lock. The number 2 prospect in all of baseball we see here at 66 overall, a potential 21 years old, the 44th overall pick in this past MLB draft, set to make his Hartford Yard Goats debut, and more importantly, his debut as a member of our organization. Hopefully he can work his way up to the big leagues within the next 2 or 3 years, and I think at that point he'll be one of the best contact hitters in all of baseball. I think I mentioned earlier he might even bid for a batting title at some point in his career. So the Hartford Yard Goats making their season debut, a little new look here in our organization, a deeper farm system than what we started with, and that's the ultimate goal. Of course, we want to, be better at the MLB level, but it all starts with building your farm system. As Herb Lopez, the number 2 prospect, a number 2 starting pitcher prospect in our farm system, will start here on opening day for our Hartford Yard Goats. And now here's David Castilla for the first time, 6'4", 239, and Carlos Rodon actually starting here in this Double-A matchup. Not even Triple-A, but Rodon starting in Double-A with the Somerset Patriots of the New York Yankees organization. A fly out there to right field from Castilla, swinging at the first pitch he sees as we do start 0 for 1. Now the bottom of the third, 2-0 Somerset at this point. And like I said, Rodon did not even make the MLB roster, but he's still signed for 3 more years at $17 million annually. So I wonder if he'll work his way back up. Maybe we'll just call this one a rehab start for Rodon, which is what we'll use to explain why he's at Double-A right now. 1-0 to Castillo, fell off a high fastball. Probably should have just stayed a little more patient that time. Now the 1-1. And Castillo going to send that to deep center. I think we might have got a little too underneath it, as that one does go to the track. A little more pop, and that might have been out of here dead center, but still a good hit on the ball there from Castilla, although we do fall to 0-2 on the day. Now here in the bottom of the 6th, it's now 4-0 Somerset. Rodon still on the mound. A very good game for him so far. First pitch swinging again there from Castilla, fouling off the fastball. Now the 0-1. Swinging a miss at the changeup. Good job of changing speeds there from Rodon. Now the 0-2. That one way low on the changeup. A 1-2 count out of Castilla. That one well inside on the slider. Now evened up 2-2. And we're looking at that one all the way. Not sure why we're sitting on that fastball there. Should have absolutely swung at that, but you live and you learn. Now 0 for 3 Castilla. Carlos Rodon sporting a shutout now in the bottom of the 8th. As we will give that one a ride out to left field, but right at the left fielder who puts it away to end the inning. And that's probably going to end the day for Castilla, as we'll go 0 for 4. Somerset takes this game as we do get a run on the board there in the bottom of the 9th. We lose 5-1. Rodon a good outing as Herb Lopez takes the loss. And not a good showing from Castilla in his debut, but just one game, of course. And we're going to monitor his progression as the year goes on. So we'll get back to the simming here at the MLB level. Another set here with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Of course, we just lost 4 in a row to them earlier in the episode, trying to get into the win column against them. Tyler Glasnow on the mound against Peter Lambert. And we do fall there 7-4. Robert Jr. double at the top of the lineup. Nolan Jones, 2 hits. Santander and Tovar, 2 hits as well. Tovar actually had a triple. Rogers had a home run. Lambert only lasted 3 innings. Taj Bradley 3 innings of his own, 2 earned. And then the scoreless inning from Soto and Antone out of the pen. Now we have Max Fried on against Bobby Miller. And Max Fried actually only 1 hit allowed so far in this game. We'll see if he can finish off the shutout. As we do get the shutout there, we win 1-0 against the Dodgers. 2 hits from Brendan Rodgers. He's coming around a little bit. Danny Jansen, though, just batting .032. Not what we would want from our catcher. And Max Fried did not go the distance. 8 1/3, only 2 hits allowed. And then Ken Hughes, a 2-out save, his 3rd of the year. And now a rubber match against the Dodgers after a Max Fried very, very good start there. 8 2/3 as we just saw. And now bottom of the 10th, the winning run on the Dodgers on third. Lucas Gilbreth on the mound, and they do take that one 5-4 as Michael Yamashita back from a broken nail injury. So we did fall there 5-4, almost took that rubber match against the Dodgers, but I think even taking one game in this series, we got to kind of be happy about. So we're now 1-6 against the Dodgers to start this year. Aaron Civale, a good start, 2 earned. His ERA still under 2 through his first 3 starts, although Scott Barlow, a blown save, and then Lucas Gilbreth did take the loss, but Gregory Soto, another good outing there. We're going to try and sim ahead through the next 3 weeks or so in this episode, kind of pick up the pace here as we open up a 3-game set against the Pirates, and we're up 5-1 in the bottom of the 8th. Sterling Thompson, an 11-game hitting streak, and we'll see if he kept that intact. He actually went 0 for 4, so the hitting streak does not reach a dozen games as it ends there at 11. 3 hits for McMahon, 3 for Nolan Jones. McMahon and Santander had home runs. Freeland, 8 innings, only 1 earned. He gets his first win of the year, and another scoreless inning from TJ Antone out of the pen. He has yet to give up a run. Now Jack Flaherty on against Mitch Keller. A couple injuries here. Bernabel going to be out 1 to 2 weeks. Also, Castilla homered in his next game after we went 0 for 4. He went 2 for 4 with a home run. We take another game here against the Pirates. 8 hits. Every player who recorded a hit had 1. The only player in the lineup without a hit was Yanquiel Fernandez. Jack Flaherty, good bounce back here, gets his second win, 2 earned with 5 strikeouts. Scott Barlow gets the hold, and Ken Hughes is now 4 for 4 on saves to open the year. The Rockies now at 7-7, playing 500 baseball as we look to get ahead, get over 500 in this game. Another extra inning affair here. Bottom of the 10th, 2 outs for Luis Robert Jr., the winning run on third, and we actually fall there. We did not capitalize there in the bottom of the 10th. The Pirates scored in the top half of the inning, and we could not rally. Pete Alonso, a home run, 2 hits from Santander. Peter Lambert, 2 earned in 6 innings, and no earned runs in 5 innings of work out of the bullpen between Soto, Gilbreth, and Antone. So an error kind of led to our demise. We do take that series, though, against the Pirates, as we can put Ayala back in as a starter. How long is Yamashita hurt for? He had a broken nail earlier. Now it's lower back pain. And we'll put Ayala back in as the 5th starter in this rotation. A quick run through. Yamashita has not really pitched all that well, although he's left early in a couple starts. You do like the whip, though, at 107. Ryan Feltner did not quite make the roster out of spring training. He's pitching all right. You would kind of like better strikeout stuff there. Only 8 in 19 innings. Ryan Rolison, an 8.38 ERA, not doing well. Senzatella pitching very well, 1.20 ERA with a 1.0 whip. And Juan Ayala, 11 2/3 at 1.54 ERA, a 1.29 whip. All these guys out of the pen good so far in limited sample sizes, although Quinones did blow 2 saves already. Might have to take him out of that spot. And now we'll start a series here against the Diamondbacks. It's going to be Max Fried against Brandon Pfaadt, like we had on opening day, where we took that game 8-4. Max Fried, another very good outing, as we'll take this one 4-1. Fried is now 3-0 on the year. Robert Jr. had a home run along with McMahon. 3 hits for Santander. He had a double. Pitching Fried, 7 innings, only 1 earned, and his ERA at 1.55. Scott Barlow, another hold, and Ken Hughes, another save, 2 strikeouts, and he's now 5 for 5. And now we'll have Aaron Civale on against Nestor Cortez. And we take that one 8-2, so we're playing some good baseball here, especially against the Diamondbacks to start the year. 3 hits for Pete Alonso, 2 for Santander, 2 for Rogers, 4 for Nick Senzel. He went 4 for 5 with his first home run, I believe, as a member of the Rockies. Jones and Jansen also had homers. Aaron Civale now 3-0, 2 earned, and John Curtis a 2-inning save. And we love to see the production we're getting out of the top guys in our rotation. Max Fried 3-0 with 29 innings, a 1.55 ERA, a sub-1 whip. And then Aaron Civale also 3-0, 26 innings, a 2.08 ERA with a 1.08 whip. Freeland's pitching well so far. Flaherty kind of up and down, and Lambert in the same boat, a little up and down as well. In the bullpen, TJ Antone 6 1/3, no runs allowed with 10 strikeouts. Gregory Soto's been very good in 9 innings. Gilbreth not bad. Justin Lawrence, really not much work from him. Scott Barlow has been very good as our setup man. John Curtis And then Ken Hughes is now 5 for 5 on saves, 12 for 12 in his career, and he has yet to give up an earned run in 11 1/3 innings of work. So looks like we do have our closer of the future. And for those who weren't aware, we traded for him last year from the Baltimore Orioles straight up for Brenton Doyle. We'll keep moving along here as we look for the sweep of the Arizona Diamondbacks for our 10th win of the season. And we have Soto on the mound. We're up 3-2, bottom of the 8th. Corbin Carroll on second. Let's see if we can hold it down here as we do hang on to win 4-2. And you love that. It makes me maybe Ken Hughes got another save, which he did. A one strikeout save there, his 6th of the year. Soto a scoreless inning of work, and TJ Antone still has not given up an earned run, and a solid start from Kyle Freeland to get his 2nd win of the year. Pete Alonso had a home run. Nolan Jones 2 for 4 with a triple, and then Fernandez 2 hits, Santander 2 hits, along with Jose Trevino, who's actually our new backup catcher. Now a 3-game set here against the Cubs, who won the World Series back in year 1 of this franchise. Mark Leiter Jr. on the mound. Top of the 8th, 2 men on for Danny Jansen. Really need him to get it going as we do come back to win 5-4. Brendan Rodgers 3 for 5 at the top of the lineup. Senzel 2 for 3 in the 2-hole with 2 ribbies. Alonso 3 hits. Tovar 3 hits. Danny Jansen had a 2 RBI double, it looks like. So it looks like he did deliver in that spot. And then we did put ahead the go-ahead run in the top of the 10th as TJ Antone, a 2-inning win. Still no earned runs from him. Ken Hughes, another scoreless inning of work. Justin Lawrence, 2 innings of good pitching, although Jack Flaherty 4 earned in 5 innings. Now we'll have Peter Lambert on against Shota Imanaga. And we take that one 7-1, so make it 5 in a row now. 7 of our last 8. And the Rockies seem to be clicking right now. Brendan Rodgers, another couple hits at the top of the lineup. 3 hits for McMahon, including a triple. And Luis Robert Jr., another home run, I think 6 already for Robert Jr. Very good start from Peter Lambert, 1 earned in 6 innings. Lawrence, another scoreless inning of work. Soto, 1 2/3 of scoreless pitching with 3 strikeouts. And Gilbreth came on to record the final out. So let's see if we can get our first 3-game sweep of the year. Of course, we had that 2-game sweep against the Diamondbacks to start, but a full series here as we have Max Fried on against Eduardo Rodriguez. And we're down 2-1 here in the top of the 9th. Alonso trying to keep a 10-game hitting streak alive as we did tie it up, but then we fell 3-2, looks like in extras, as another extra inning game, a lot. And Alonso, a home run, extended his hitting streak as Max Fried 2 earned in 7 innings, another very good outing from him. But TJ Antone takes the loss as he still has yet to give up an earned run. So that runner on second, starting in extra innings, seemed to come around to score. And now we'll have Aaron Savali on against Yusei Kikuchi for the Yankees, who's at 8.74 ERA, while Carlos Rodon right now is down in Double-A. So we actually have a 4-2 lead right now against Kenley Jansen. Alonso trying to extend that hitting streak. And we do take that one 5-3 in Game 1 against the Yankees. Brendan Rodgers and Tovar each with a home run. 3 hits for Rodgers, 2 for Senzel, 2 for Santander. But the Pete Alonso hitting streak snapped at 11 games. Aaron Savali now 4-0. Very good start to his Rockies tenure after he wasn't really that great in spring training. Lawrence, another scoreless inning. Scott Barlow gets a 1-out hold. And Ken Hughes now 8 for 8 on saves, although he did give up his first career earned run along with 3 hits in that outing. Now Game 2 will have Kyle Freeland on against Garrett Cole. And we take that one 4-1, handing Garrett Cole the loss. Robert Jr. a home run along with Alonso and Jansen. Just 5 hits for the Rockies, but 3 of which were solo home runs. Kyle Freeland, 7 innings, just 1 earned run. He's put together 3 straight very good starts. Curtis, another hold. And Ken Hughes now 9 out of 9 on saves. 2 strikeouts in that outing. Our Rockies have continued to play very good baseball here as we've gone on through this episode. Now 14-9, one of the best records right now in the National League. Winners in 8 of our last 10. We'll try and complete the sweep here against the Yankees. Flaherty on the mound against Brandon Woodruff. Top of the 8th, 2 away here. TJ Antone on the bump. He's been super reliable so far. We'll sim to the end. And we do hang on to win this one and complete the sweep of the New York Yankees, winning this one 5-4. 2 hits for Nolan Jones, 2 for Jansen and Tovar. Jones had a triple. I think he's up to 3 or 4 triples already on the year. 3-run home run, from Tovar. Flaherty 4 earned, although he did have 9 strikeouts in 6. 1 2/3 of scoreless pitching from Antone and Justin Lawrence. 2 1/3, he gets his first win with 3 strikeouts in that performance. Now a road series here, a 4-game set against the Giants, who are 11-11 to start the year. We dropped game 1 here 7-4. Rogers 3 for 4 at the top with a 3-run home run. 2 hits for Senzel, 2 for Sterling Thompson, 2 doubles from him. Lambert 5 earned in 5 innings, 2 earned from Taj Bradley, but TJ Antone 1 out recorded. Now we'll have Max Fried on against Mike Soroka, his former Atlanta Braves teammate. Fried 3-0 on the year. Another 1-0 lead here late in the game where he's not really getting much run support, but apparently he does not need it. Only 2 hits allowed will sim to the end, and we do hang on to win 2-1, so it looks like Fried might have given up a game-tying run there. And Ken Hughes does get the save. So 8 2/3, and it looks like a home run from someone on the Giants. Or not even a home run, I guess a double given up there in the 9th inning. But Max Fried, a 1.61 ERA through his first 5 starts. Just tremendous pitching so far. And Ken Hughes 10 out of 10 on saves. A multi-hit games from Rogers, McMahon, and Luis Robert Jr. So we take that one 2-1. We split the first 2 games of this 4-game set. Now Aaron Savali 4-0 on the bump. TJ Antone here, bottom of the 9th, winning run on second for the Giants. And they do take that one as we fall in extra innings. A lot of extra innings matchups here. Santander 3 for 5 with a home run and 5 RBIs. He had 5 of our 6 runs batted in. Savali 2 earned in 5. Taj Bradley 2 earned in 2 2/3. Scott Barlow a blown save as we gave up 4 in the bottom of the 8th after scoring 4 in the top of the 7th. TJ Antone 2 innings, although he does take the loss. 2 losses for Antone despite no earned runs on the year. So we'll try to split the series here. Kyle Freeland on against Logan Webb. And we're actually up 7-0. Freeland trying to get a shutout going here. Bottom of the 8th, 1 out. And we do give up a run. So we split that 4-game set against the Giants. Nick Senzel had a home run, 3 hits from Rogers. He's now batting .314 on the year. Santander and McMahon each with 2 hits. Freeland gave us 8 very strong innings. He's now 4-2, and Gregory Soto a scoreless inning of work. Now on against the Miami Marlins, who are not playing well to start the season at 9-17. We'll have Flaherty on against Sandy Alcantara, and we actually have a key moment here with Luis Robert Jr. up to the dish right now. 5-3 ball game, tying run on base, and we do not come back in that one. Let's see, 2 hits from Alonso, 2 for Tovar. Jones and Santander had home runs. Another bad outing from Flaherty. He's really struggling here in the early goings. A scoreless inning from Antone. Lawrence gave up a run and then 2 scoreless from Lucas Gilbreth. Now game 2 we'll have Lambert on against Jesus Luzardo, who's actually 0-5. And we take that game 5-4. Rogers another hit there at the top of the lineup. 2 for Senzel in the 2-hole. Home runs from Rogers and Santander. Santander has been absolutely mashing here in recent games. Lambert 4 earned. Not that great of a start from him. Lawrence, Antone, Soto, and Ken Hughes. Another save there for Hughes. His ERA now sub-1. Gregory Soto ERA at 1.31 and Antone at 0 still. So with that, we'll keep moving along here. We'll simulate this last week of this episode as we move into May. And we have a key moment here. Scott Barlow on the mound. Top of the 8th. We're up by 1 run. 4-3 ball game. Nick Fortes up at the plate. And we hang on to win 4-3. Another 1-run victory, and it actually seemed to had 2 games for us. We'll go back to this Marlins game where we won 4-3. 2 hits from Rogers. He's now batting .324. He was 2 for 2 with a walk, probably a sacrifice fly as well as he had 3 RBIs. The only extra base hit of the day. Max Fried now 4-0. Not his best outing, although he gave 6 innings, 3 earned. And then from there, 3 scoreless innings out of the pen from Gilbreth, Barlow, Soto, and Ken Hughes. Another save. And he's actually the top closer right now in the MLB with 12 saves, 12 out of 12. And then we won game 1 here, a 3-game set against the Cardinals, who are actually the reigning World Series champions. Senzel led it off here, 1 for 4 with a double. 2 for 2 is Danny Jansen with a home run. Yanquiel Fernandez 2 for 3 with a home run. Aaron Savali now 5-0, 1 earned in 5 innings. TJ Antone, Lucas Gilbreth, Curtis, and Hughes combined for 4 innings of work, just 1 earned run there from Antone, his first of the season. His ERA now at .5, and Ken Hughes making 13 saves now as he had 2 strikeouts as he set the batters down in order there in the 9th inning. Now Freddie Peralta, 5-1, newly signed to the Cardinals against Kyle Freeland, who's 4-2, very good starts from each pitcher. We dropped that one 17-6, got absolutely shelled in this one. 3 for 5 was Rogers and Nolan Jones, 2 hits for Robert, Alonso, and Santander. Robert had a home run, 2 doubles from Jones. Kyle Freeland not good, 7 earned. Taj Bradley 3 earned. Gregory Soto 4 earned, which probably matches as much as he had entering this game in just 2 innings in this one. Lawrence 3 earned in 1 inning, and then TJ Antone 2/3 of an inning. Let's go back to this one. We gave up 2 in the second, 4 in the fourth, 3 in the sixth, and then 7 between the 8th and 9th inning. I do want to get in one more gameplay here, and we're going to do a player lock game with Alex Parra, who is the number 7 overall pick in the 2025 MLB Draft, the number 26 prospect in all of baseball as he debuts in AAA with our Albuquerque Isotopes. Not a good start to the year, batting just .205 and OPS under 600, just 1 home run so far. But you look at that contact and power versus lefties, already MLB ready, but division discipline clutch, not bad either. Just they could use a little work, especially the clutch rating and discipline a little bit, but just not really performing quite well. Makes me think maybe should have started him off in AA instead. But we're going to do a player lock game here against the Reno Aces as Blake Walston on the mound, I believe the AAA affiliate of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Alex Parra batting 6th in the lineup today as he'll try and get back on the, well, not even back on the right track, but just on the right track. It's been a very slow start. Don't want to call him down at AA quite yet, give him a fair shake to kind of turn it around, maybe 100 to 200 at bats, but it has not been going well. At least the average is over the Mendoza line, so I guess that's a positive you could take away at this point. On the mound will be Antonio Senzatella, his first baseball action over the course of this franchise. Just inactive. He's been hurt, and finally putting it together here in AAA. 2.02 ERA, a 1.18 WHIP, and a 4-1 record, and a walk rate at 4.1%. Very good numbers there. And here's Alex Parra, the first time we'll see him in this franchise series, batting 6th here against Blake Walston. Swing and a miss there on the curveball. And Alex Parra, the number 7 overall pick in the 2025 MLB Draft. We did not expect him to slip down to our pick. He was number 2 on the MLB board, but it was a dream draft scenario, as I'll always recall when talking about the 2025 MLB Draft. A very bad swing there on the changeup, and we got to get it together here with Alex Parra. And a swing and a miss through the curveball, 3 off-speed pitches, and we go down on 3 pitches. Not how you want to start the day, and our hitting in this episode has not been very well. I promise I do have some success. If you go back to last episode when the opening day against the Diamondbacks, 8-4, and we were very successful at the plate, although not so much in this episode. Now our first fielding experience here with Parra, who is definitely not the best fielder out there, but we do get to out there at second. Can we turn 2? As we do, so we go around the horn. All started there by Parra, 5-4-3 double play, and we'll take that. Now back up to the plate, a 1-0 game here for the Aces as they lead now in the bottom of the 4th, as we'll try and see more than 3 pitches this time. Looking at that one a little low, only 89 miles per hour on the fastball here from Blake Walston. 1-0 count now to Parra. And we're going to look at that fastball as well. Maybe one we should have offered at, but we want to see a little more pitches in this at-bat. And now the 1-1. And a swing and a miss on the fastball. We are just not in rhythm right now. A 1-2 count to Parra. And a swing and a miss. We just cannot make any contact right now. This time we saw 4 pitches. Last time it was 3 pitches. So baby steps. Now runners on the corners here in the bottom of the 5th, as we look to knot this one up at 1. Parra does make contact finally, although we do send that foul. Parra batting .316 with runners in scoring position. We'll take that. Now the 0-1. And we look at that fastball. Being a little too patient here. Now the 0-2. And we do hammer that to left. See if it keeps carrying. It's still going. And it's at the track as just feet, inches maybe, away from a good home run there to take the lead, as Parra very frustrated as it has not been easy going so far, as we do have 9 hits in this ball game, but still have not put a run across. Now here in the top of the 8th, as the Ace is up 3-2, runners on second and third, a full count here. Kind of a pivotal moment in this game. Ground ball here to Parra. Throw over first, and we do get the out there in a tight spot, so going to go to the bottom of the 8th now as we trail 3-2. On to pitches Ryan Thompson, and we'll get maybe one last at-bat here with Alex Parra. 1 for 8 in this series, grounded out to deep left last time up. Although we are facing a right-hander now, not as good. At least the ratings aren't as good against right-handed pitching for Parra, as you would expect, you know, from a right-handed batter. That fastball fouled off, now the 0-1. Swing and a miss there on the slider. And we're in another 0-2 count. I think 3 of our 4 at-bats so far with Parra have gone to 0-2 counts. And a swing and a miss on the sinker, as like we did with Castillo, 0 for 4. 3 strikeouts here with Parra, and not how we wanted to debut with him in this series. We do fall here 4-2, and this overall episode was just not kind to us at the plate. I think next episode will go a little more pitching-centric, and maybe we'll have more success there, but we'll continue now going at the MLB level. We'll simulate 3 more games here. The rubber match here against the World Series defending champ St. Louis Cardinals. Cal Quantrill on the mound, who we did trade to the Cardinals last year at the trade deadline. 5-3 game here, bottom of the 9th. And we'll enter this one. We need to at least get some production at the plate. It's going to be a 2-out, bottom of the 9th effort here to tie the game. I think the tying run was on first. And Trevino is at the dish, but I think we'll go ahead and pinch hit Nolan Jones on the bench right now, 99 clutch rating, so hopefully this can turn to our favor. Nolan Jones, 4 triples right now, leads the MLB that averaged just below 300. Carl Edwards Jr. trying to close this one out for the Cardinals. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. That one curveball way down there inside, now 1-0. Good fastball there, just on the edge of the plate there. Nolan Jones only 185 with runners in scoring position. Going back to last episode, we went 3 for 3 on opening day with him. The 1-1 swing and a miss on the circle change. And I don't know if we're going to give any resistance here. Hopefully we avoid at least another strikeout. That one off the plate, now evened up 2-2 count. That one maybe a little too close for comfort, but a good eye there from Jones. And we do get that one up the middle. Diving stop. Fires to first, and that's how we lose. A tremendous play there at short. Not quite sure who's there for the Cardinals, as that was going to, it's Tim Anderson and Yohan Moncada reunited here for the Cardinals as their middle infield, as we drop the rubber match here in Colorado. Carl Edwards Jr. does get out with the save. His 8th of the year. Scott Barlow, his first loss, as St. Louis takes this one 5-3. Thought that was going to get through for a base hit. We would have another chance to maybe tie it up, but Tim Anderson had other plans. A tremendous web gem there to close the game. So with that, we're going to simulate all the way through to May, as we'll end April with a very good record overall, although we did kind of slide there towards the end when you kind of consider we had a 8 out of 10 game winning streak at one point. So now we'll go over to roster, see what our minor league updates are. Herb Lopez, not a good month for him, 4.91 ERA in 25 innings. Last I checked, he was 0-4. And now Ryan Rolison, ERA just under 6, not good there from our lefty. Griffin Conine tore it up in Double-A, batting .307 with 11 RBIs. Joshua Baez, who we also acquired for in that Cal Quantrill trade, batting .319, driving in 13 runs in 72 at-bats. Alfonso Campaneris, one of our draft picks last year, a 2.76 ERA, 26 strikeouts in 29 innings. And Dugan Darnell, a very good month as well. So we'll simulate these last 2 games of this episode as we fall there 4-1. So we're kind of coming back down to earth a little bit, but still a very good record at 20-15. 1 game up right now on the Padres. 2 hits there for Robert. Lambert, 3 earned in 5. TJ Antone, 1 earned in 2. And Lawrence, a scoreless inning with 2 strikeouts. our last game here in this episode. Max Fried on against Jay Groom. Max Fried, we're up 4-0 here in the bottom of the 8th. Let's see if Fried can, he has another shutout bid going late. And we do win that one 4-0. Let's see if he got the complete game shutout, which he did. So Max Fried, 5-0 now, 1.65 ERA. He's got to be among the best pitchers in the league right now to start this season. Santander, a home run and a double. He had 2 hits along with Nolan Jones. As we are going to end this episode at 21-15. A very good start to the year for our Rockies. And don't look now, but we're actually tied at the division, at the top of the division with the Los Angeles Dodgers. They're ranked 2nd as far as team rankings go. We're actually top 10 now. I think we entered the year at like 14, but we're moving up now, ranked 10th in all of baseball with one of the best records in the National League. The Phillies currently lead the National League East, followed by the Braves. The NL Central very tight with the Cubs, Reds, Cardinals, all within a game and a half of each other. And then here in the NL West, Rockies, Dodgers, Padres over 500 along with the Giants, although the Diamondbacks seem to be creeping towards the doormat of the division. In the American League, the Rays lead the AL East. Every other team below 500 in that division. The AL Central, the Twins lead 1 game up on the Royals, who are emerging as one of the better teams in all of baseball. A very strong rotation. The AL West, Astros lead the Rangers. Mariners up there as well. And the Angels and Athletics, of course, there towards the bottom. But with that, to close the episode, I do want to look at our initial scouting here, only at week 5 of 14. We'll go ahead and just look at the overall prospect board. Very pitcher heavy at the top. The top prospect here, Daryl Jordan out of Pennsylvania, a right-handed starting pitcher at 22 years old. A closer here, Santiago Cedeno, another starter. So we started just scouting some international starting pitchers, and we do a pick at 14. So the top guy we're kind of eyeing up right now as far as pitchers go that would be in our draft range is Romeo Lindsay. We have him 70% scouted, walks per 9, very good across the board there for control, velocity, break, all respectable as well. Home runs per 9, very good, and the hits per 9, strikeouts per 9 seem to be fairly average at least. A 5-pitch mix, and I'm not really sure the direction we're going to go. If we do go pitcher, it might be Romeo Lindsay, assuming he's not gone before that. I think we're going to, towards the end of our scouting period, we might go heavy into relievers depending on how the other positions turn out. But overall, I was kind of excited regarding catchers because we had here Kevin Hamil was 23rd on the board. Looks to have a very good bat, a solid defensive catcher as well, but he kind of dropped a little after scouting down to 78 compared to being 23 on the MLB board. So I'm not sure if we're going to go after him with our first round pick. That's probably when we would have to. Another guy here, Ralph Sandoval. Here we go. Ralph Sandoval, 24th on the MLB board, kind of slid a little bit after scouting to 43. A very good glove with a strong arm. The bat, solid it looks like, but we're going to have to scout him a little bit more. Only at 30%. I was hoping to maybe get a stud catcher in this draft, but I don't think it's going to really pan out that way. First base, there were some solid guys. We only scouted Nixon Quinones, only 25%. Look at those future ratings for the bat, even the glove. So I'm not really sure. I think he might be one of those prospects who comes in at a high overall, but really doesn't progress much. So we'll probably scout him a little bit more as we go along. Second base, we don't really need to really pay attention to middle infield. I would say that's probably the strength of our farm system right now in terms of offensive players. So we're probably going to scout here. Danny Medwick looks to be very good there against lefties with a better arm, better fielding and a better arm there at the hot corner than what we currently have there in Alex Parra. A few more third basemen will probably scout. Shortstops and, like I said, second base probably won't pay too much into. And at left fielders, we have Derek Anderson here, a switch hitter with tremendous power, good speed, good glove. Someone we're going to scout here in the coming weeks. At center field, Tawn Chaney currently looks to be our top option with our 14th overall pick if we don't end up going with a pitcher. Tremendous power there at center field with elite glove, elite speed combination. You kind of like that skill set, even though the contact vision discipline really won't be all that great, but you like a lefty bat for the lineup, which we could use. And like I said, elite speed, can be a tremendous base stealer, potential gold glover with tremendous power there in center. Angel Beltran, someone we're going to scout as well. Looks to have a good glove with good speed and overall average, overall balanced bat, I would say. In right field, Franklin Delaney, definitely someone we're going to scout along here with D'Angelo Tucker. So outfield, we might go with our first round pick, if not Tawn Chaney, maybe Franklin Delaney or D'Angelo Tucker. if they kind of keep pace with what they're ranked after we scout them. Franklin Delaney, very good power against righties with a good glove, good speed, and we do need a lefty kind of in the farm system. D'Angelo Tucker, a different skill set here with a righty bat, more of a power guy, not much contact, but good potential as a fielder and base stealer. So that's just a quick look through the top prospects here in the early goings of scouting. Like I said, starting pitcher, it might be Romeo Lindsay, who is our top option in that spot, but otherwise we might go heavy relief pitcher scouting kind of down the stretch. But we have a couple outfield prospects that we're kind of in that we kind of value right now. Another first baseman here we'll look at real quick, Aaron Skinner. Very good contact, good vision, discipline, although the bat and although the fielding, the glove, not that great. But just a very quick look in our overall initial impressions of the draft board. But this is where I'm going to leave you, folks. Thank you so much for watching. I know it wasn't really that exciting of an episode. Our efforts at the plate were not good at all, but hopefully you tuned back despite our shortcomings, as this team 21-15 currently tied atop the NL West with the Los Angeles Dodgers, and I don't think anyone really expected that. Hopefully we can sustain this success over the course of the season. You know, it is a very long season, and we're only about 35 games into an 162 game season. So as always, everybody, it's been real, and be well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.